on 11 Baker. You can start for the 245 with a gun, 2529 Polk Avenue. I'll show out the RP sister. Awake and breathing. What units are in Rouser, Sergeant 10-4? 815. 26-4 now. Get in, I'm in city.
Oh, fine, are you kidding me?
10-4, where are you? I'm in city.
Hey, well, friend, if I can just confirm the address.
2529 Polk Avenue.
You can show us.
10-4. For units on this 245, again, and I'll shout the RP sister. She's awake and breathing. The suspect is outside per the RP. RP sister has a forehead injury. Medics are triaging. The suspect is the sister's ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, well, you can show us going 97, and we'll be standing by for any kind of description we can get.
What's that for?
Residents en route to Polk. It looks like medics are en route standing back. The suspect is going to be the boyfriend, Emmanuel, 22-year-old Hispanic male. She says she doesn't see him outside anymore.
Yo, the units, the RPs can see the units outside.
That's when you advise. Checking.
Suspect does possibly live at 3788 41st Street. Unknown apartment, but it's going to be the bottom floor. No car, he would be on foot.
26 John, I'll be en route to the boyfriend.
Let's cover 826 John.
Can we get a unit with the victim so we can get medics cleared in for her?
Have 832 John and 826 John, 31 King, run to the boyfriend's address at 4529 Polk Avenue. Which one is making contact with this RP?
26 John, do we have a vehicle description?
Okay, he's going to be on foot.
As soon as anyone gets a description of the suspect, can they put it out, please? 877 for the units, jumping 41st Street. Let's try to hide the cars and wait for him to come back. If we're assuming he's still on foot.
Black hoodie, black pants. They were originally out on the patio talking, and that's where this possible shooting occurred.
Hey, well, we're now 97 on the 41st Street address. We're taking a look at that property and standing by for further information.
What's 10 on 41st? Just taking the area, Hispanic male, 22 years old, black hoodie, black pants.
Sorry, 3 John, second prior call service there, just so we can try to get a last name and a DOB.
That's right.
147 on Mid-City. Date of birth for that suspect is going to be 5/25/2001, 5/25/2001, and the address on 41st Street there is going to be apartment 204, 3788, 41st, 204.
Do you know what the victim?
227 John, I'm with the victim. Medics are cleared in.
Medics are cleared in.
26 John, 97.
27 John, just a small cut to her forehead right now. It's going to be Hispanic female, mid-20s, and she's not claiming.
For a small cut to the forehead, 20-year-old female not claiming.
Hey, well, were we thinking that this guy might have returned back to this 41st Street address, or is this just generally where he lives?
That's on foot. He lives on 41st Street.
The RP said he's probably returning back home. He's wearing black clothing, possibly black khaki pants.
We have plenty of units code 5ing 41st right now, so let's just have units hide their cars and duck into the shadows, and we'll see if he shows up here on foot. We've got a couple of units on the street side, and if somebody else wants to just stand at, like, Wightman and watch the alley, then we should have everything covered with Able here.
Updated suspect description. He time delays about 10 minutes ago. Suspect's going to be 5'2", black hair, brown eyes, black sweatshirt, black pants, about 160 pounds. He's going to have tattoos on his right arm and both legs.
For Hispanic male, 5'2", black hair, brown eyes, black sweatshirt, black pants, 160 pounds, tattoos on his right arm and both legs.
815 Sam, for some witnesses here, it looks like the suspect might have fled to the residence of 4535, having a couple officers check right now, right next to the location. I'll be with them.
Temporary possibly left to 4535.
And 815 Sam, if I can have another unit in the south alley from here, please.
29 open, I'm going 97. Is this confirmed 245?
245.
Either to deal with tonight?
245.
245.
32 North, just confirm a firearm blood scene.
27 John.
We're trying to figure that out right now.
Fire.
Well, I would suggest for a southern perimeter position, if you guys were to use the alley just to your west and walk southbound, we'll call it like one property. It looks like there's a pedestrian gate that you guys might be able to get into and then work your way eastbound along the south side of the property. But just try and do a quick little clear search in the backyard here of the Polk address. There's a lot of like thick shrubs and bushes and stuff.
Where's this at?
36 Sam.
Yeah, it's going to be with the BB gun.
Temporary, he's going to be with a BB gun.
They can just meet me at the mouth of the alley. It's right next to the ambulance.
And they can make it that way?
12 John, I'm almost there.
Temporary.
816 Sam, the reason we're doing this is because we have reports that the guy went southbound over the fence and might be hunkered down in this area.
Hey, well, are you guys interested in locking the entire block down here?
03 will meet the second.
31210.
We're 97 with the charge.
Able for info at 4535 Polk. We were able to search the backyard. There is a lot of vegetation, but we're not seeing any heat sources or anything.
We're not seeing any heat sources.
816 Sam, just to lock down this particular area, I'm going to need units at University and 4-5, University at Shimon, and then someone in the alley spot between 4-5 and Shimon.
833 unit, we have 4-5 and U.
5th and U. They can make it to University and Shimon.
11 John 97, University and Shimon.
Unit 445th and Shimon. 445th and Shimon.
6 John.
Hey, well, once the perimeter is set, we can start our detailed research.
Are we still carrying this as a 245 or is this a 270-35 BB?
Can I can advise?
782 Georgia. Looks like we're still evaluating. There's a lot of conflicting statements.
We're still evaluating.
Yeah, the victim here's got very minor injuries and looks like she refused transport as well. Medic's already cleared.
Several minor injuries and medics already cleared.
2905, I'll be deploying my dog, speed side on Polk.
Can you sergeant on the air?
2910 Sam, 104, thanks.
72 George.
872 George.
We did locate a bullet impact inside the residence that went through the screen, so it's going to be about 245 shooting.
Separate about a 245 shooting.
816 Sam, just to confirm, we're thinking this is a 245 with a real gun and not a BB gun at this point?
Affirm. There's a round through the metal screen on the door that goes into the living room, through the television, into the living room wall.
Thanks.
Suspect rabbiting. Suspect's rabbiting.
We're chasing the suspect.
What direction is he running?
Hey, we need a 20 or a light.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
10-4, shots fired. 320.
Hey, well, give us a light. We don't see you.
With the arm with the gun.
A BB gun. What's your 20?
We're going to do the East Alley 3800 41st.
3800 41st in the East Alley. 10-4.
Going to be close to street side, and we're facing northbound. We have our guns drawn northbound.
See street side facing northbound.
Let us get medic stage.
I'll get it to medic stage. 3800 41st in the East Alley.
Okay, Abel, we do not have eyes on his hands and what he was reaching for.
Okay, well, we're 97 with you here. Give us a light. Okay, well, again, give us a light. We don't see you.
Okay, we are in the East Alley of Central, just north of Wightman.
Okay, well, West Alley, 41st, just north of Wightman. Units need to make it from south to north, so come off of Wightman for now. We also might want to put someone up at the northern part of the alley for now, and then we'll try and get eyes on. Okay, well, it looks like suspect is down in the alley here. Multiple officers still have him at gunpoint. I've seen no movement. Like I said, let's maintain officers up at University, just maybe one or two. But most of our resources need to make it to Wightman, just west of 41st.
Okay, you just make it to Wightman, just west of 41st. Suspect is down in the alley. No movement seen. Units have him at gunpoint.
Hey, well, as units arrive, just make sure you're keeping enough. Make sure you're keeping enough room here for the ambulance and medical personnel. And then, Abel, I'd probably shut down traffic here at Wightman at Central. It's another spot that we could shut down.
Wightman and Central. Then I can shut down traffic. Wightman and Central.
26 John.
26 on 10-4.
Hey, we're trying to zoom in and see if he's still armed with a weapon or not. We have not been able to identify a weapon. Stand by.
I'm unable to see if he's armed with a weapon.
And well, there's a potential it might be in his left hand. I can see his right hand, and there's nothing in it. But like I said, weapon is still unaccounted for at this time.
Nothing in his right hand. Unable to see the left hand. Weapon is unaccounted for.
And for units here, he is still moving slightly, so just be aware.
It is moving slightly.
Okay, well, it does look like his left hand is at least touching a handgun of some sort, but it's not like in his hand. He's just kind of lying there with it next to him.
His left hand is touching the handgun of some sort, but he's not holding it.
Then units to the north on the University, just Watch the crossfire because most of them are facing in like a northwest direction for main contact team.
It's in the north, watch for crossfire.
There will still no movement from the suspect in terms of what we can see here.
No movement from the suspect scene. Air 41st and Wightman.
Stable dog has been released and looks like very little movement at this time.
Canine has been deployed, no movement seen at this time.
Does any unit on scene have a shield?
26 1 confirming you have a shield.
26 down, 1 in custody.
Number 1 SIC on 41st and Wightman.
Medics are cleared in.
Medics are cleared in.
Starting CPR.
Starting CPR. The weaponry recovered?
Affirm.
Cover.
Well, if there's any free units, we could use 4-1 and Wightman shut down as well, just so other vehicles aren't driving through here.
515 King, tourniquet of flight.
515 King 10-9.
Tourniquet of flight.
Tourniquet of flight.
836 Sam, 836 King will be a strike.
836 Sam, I copy 836 King and what's arrest?
Will be a strike. 515 King, second tourniquet of flight.
Second tourniquet of flight. Confirming, is anyone injured?
36 Sam, no.
872 George, just for info, we did locate a casing at the scene too. At the Polk address, sorry.
815 Sam, which hospital is this one going to?
813 John, Mercy.
Over to Mercy.
It's going to be 11:44 at 0003 hours, pronounced by Dr. Simpson at Scripps Mercy.
10 for 11:44 at 0003 hours by Dr. Simpson at Mercy.
Georgia for units on Polk, Medias 97.
Airport Medias 97 on Polk Avenue. 16 10.
Yeah.
10 for Medias 97.
Yep, report.
I'm interested in the initial call, and then just upon follow-up at a bit of as well.
Around 11 o'clock last night, officers responded to a 911 call of a shooting that had just occurred in the 2500 block of Polk here in the City Heights neighborhood. They arrived, began an investigation, learned that a shooting had occurred. They went looking for the suspect, found the suspect, and then an officer-involved shooting occurred. The suspect was struck at least one time, was transported to a local hospital for treatment. No officers were injured, and due to the county-wide protocol, the San Diego Sheriff's Department is going to be conducting the investigation into the officer-involved shooting. The initial radio call was of a shooting. The nature of that call, I believe, was domestic, but that's still under investigation. As far as the status of the other part of that domestic, that's also part of the investigation. I can't release that. It's still very early in this process. Yeah, so the initial call came in right around 11 o'clock. The OIS occurred roughly about half an hour after that. The initial call was at 2500 Polk, and the officer-involved shooting occurred in the west alley of 3800 at 41st Street. So at 41st and Wightman in the alley there.
And media is 97.
Media 97, 6